All right, we're about to begin once again with Coffee and Chat with Rev Bruce. And I want you to know that this is definitely a time that I am enjoying all of what we got going on here. This has been uh, an amazing time for me. All right. And I hope this has been something that you've been able to enjoy too. So I want to get into this right now. I want to get into this and let you know that this is, like I said, Coffee and Chat with Rev Bruce. It is Saturday, a little later today, but usually we're on at 10 o'clock. But definitely enjoy this time. We just want to go over a few things that we've been working on through um, our multimedia and our mobile ministry. And that makes a difference because we also have plans going into 2021. A little bit I'll reveal about the remainder of 2020, but definitely thank you for coming in and checking us out. Coffee and Chat, like I said, with Rev Bruce. This is what's going down right now, and so let's get into it. Let's get real, and let's have no further ado. Right, and so we want to talk about this giving thanks by giving back campaign. This giving thanks by giving back campaign is something that has been on my heart for some time. Man, you know, I've been trying to get some things done and get some things out there, and it has been a challenge for me at times to get some things off the ground, and I say that because um, you know my helping out with my mother, being an only child, and doing a lot of different stuff related to um, my mother before her death, and so not having the focus, not having the the the, the wherewithal to manage a lot of things, as people talk about multitasking at the same time, to not be able to give it my all, and so just really got settled with the Lord on it and said, now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time to get it done. Now's the time to make it happen. And so, in making it happen, I really was able to, simply, just let my guard down and be vulnerable, right? And accept some of the things that God had for me within this. And in doing that, part of that dealt with setting the parameters. This whole idea of giving thanks by giving back, the play on words, and then to turn it around and say that, we want to make a difference and make an impact. And also, do some of the things that groups were already doing, but also get folks hooked up with things that were already happening in their community, as well as things that were happening, outside of their church, outside of their ministry. Getting people to look deeper at how is it that you give back and why give back, and looking at different ways to give back. I got a new article coming out on the e-zine circuit through e-zine articles on new wine skins. What has COVID-19 provided for the church as an opportunity? And that includes new wine skins for ministry, new wine skins for getting out there and doing something different. But at the heart of it is the idea behind this was simply about um, giving back, whether it be through volunteerism, whether it be through sharing your testimony, whether it be through helping people on the street, helping people in shelters, helping people in convalescent homes, whether it be young, old, those who just need a leg up, and those who need a handout. You know, what are we doing for other people? There's a lot a lot of shopping going on right about now. There's a lot of shopping going on right now. We got Cyber Monday coming up, Giving Tuesday coming up. Black Friday was yesterday, and shopping, shop small business Saturday is today. And I would have to say, of all things, definitely support small business, small minority and women-owned businesses, veteran-owned and operated businesses. Those need our support. Those are the ones who COVID has really hit hard and has made a difference. And so definitely give it a shot. Take aim at it and see what you can do, even if it's just picking up a little something from the farmer's market, or, ordering something from somebody on Etsy who's doing something small, or Redbubble, or any of those, online e-commerce. But definitely, if you have the opportunity, I know different quarantine restrictions and lockdowns in different areas. Hey, I get it. But if you have the opportunity to go in, show your face, show your support. If not, definitely buy online and, message the folks, hit them on their contact us, their About Me page, whatever it might be, and let them know what's happening, what you're trying to do. And that's part of it. Overall, the goal has been to, open eyes, open hearts, and open minds. And I think that for the most part, at least from the questions that I've gotten from people, from the comments that I've gotten from people, that was achieved. That happened. And I celebrate that. I celebrate that because a lot of times in this, in this age and era, we set our minds on doing something and we don't know what the outcome might be. And we're sitting there, holding on to this dream because it's so sacred, and we don't want it to be, to be destroyed in its whole fragility. But it's a dream that if we don't unleash it and let it fly, it'll never leave the nest, and it'll never go out and touch anyone else and make it happen. And so thank you guys for your comments. Thank you guys for your feedback. And I just want to go through a little bit on what we've done. We launched this last week. On the 22nd. We started with a training on the 14th, and we really launched last Sunday on the 22nd. Thank you for those that shared it with their congregations and their small groups and their ministries, those that took it on personally and made things happen and shared with others online. We use the hashtags giving thanks, hashtag giving back. And we really wanted to make sure that this campaign hit in the midst of COVID, right? And despite COVID and despite pending restrictions, I mean, my God, I was a little shaken to begin with, in all honesty, because I was thrown off as, my county started shifting in the direction of more COVID cases, more restrictions. And I was like, man, how's this going to work? And, if you got an idea, trust it to God. If you got a plan, trust it to God. And I tell you, it has worked out. And I'm truly a believer that God still continues to bless us in spite of all of what we, see and hear outside of that. And so here's a simple thing that really gets me jazzed. The calendar, we're able to share the calendar, and the calendar has really been something that had been in the works for a couple of years. The calendar had been in the works for a couple of years, and just a small shot of it. I put the link for it in the comments, but the calendar has been that's been an opportunity for us to look at, not only giving thanks and giving back, but also going beyond the norm, maintaining a daily theme, but also looking at that. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, all of this has been available. I've been posting to, the blog daily, just so that people could get updates, maintain with the theme and keep that rolling. And so I've been posting to the blog daily. We're on day 7 right now, which is the 28th. We'll finish up tomorrow on the 29th. But today is just thanking God for safety and shelter. Thanking God that we have those things that some people don't have, that we have those things that others are not able to get and experience. And, some people have been homeless, and they understand that grind and having to sleep in the car, having to sleep in the park, having to sleep in other areas. And so keep that in mind, that this is not for us to forget where we've come from or gone through, but to definitely recall that. And part of our work has been in supporting other ministries. And I say that because in one of our publications that is available via PayHip, where you can download it, you can actually get a copy of it. There's several items that we have available on PayHip through LifePath Multimedia, but one of them dealt with partnering or piggyback, and that's how you do good works with others in your community. How you make that happen, and then how do we have that perpetual Thanksgiving going on, and what does that mean, and that gratefulness. And then we also looked at another aspect which talked about, why give back, why and how do we give back, and so we look at this and we see ourselves engaging in ministry. And as we're engaging in ministry, we also have to say, thank God for the opportunity to help out and be a part of something bigger than just ourselves. I look at it, I've had the opportunity within this time to volunteer more than I've been able to do in a lot of the past seasons. And so being able to go back to Baby Baptist Church and work with them on their food giveaway as they sought to pass out over 750 boxes of food to feed families in the community. And so that was a thrill. And so, God bless, Pastor Brooks and the Bayview Baptist Church and all the work that they're doing through their ministry. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, definitely check out Bayview Baptist Church here in San Diego. They did that with the help of Saddleback Rick Warren, and that's just something that was an opportunity to help them pass that out and just lend a hand. You know what I mean? Wasn't about preaching, wasn't about any spotlight. It was just about, hey, they had a call from in, and I jumped in, talked to some other brothers, and they were there, and God bless them, and so definitely giving it to Christ Temple. They did doing their clothing drive, doing all the things that they're doing individually while they're still not meeting as a church. All this time they still haven't gone back, and they're still being dedicated to the Lord. And so praise God for what they're able to do and how they're able to do it. I was able to speak and get connected with man I haven't talked to in ages, Bishop Foley Parker. They will meet him up in Vista for one of his food distributions and help unload some stuff off the truck and get some things out to the people out there, and talk to him about how things are operating, and potentially hook him up or hook some other people up with him in order to where he can get the volunteers he needs, as well as some other people can get the food that they need for their pantry. And and in the end, people will always ask you, well, what do you need? And I just thank God for the opportunity right there. That was beautiful. Beautiful to see it, beautiful to get it done. And when you come in with the right mindset, the right heart set, and leave your ego at the door. Leave your ego at the door, and leave your baggage at the door as much as possible. You know what I mean? If your baggage brought you there, then let it be handled there. But as much as possible, leave your baggage at the door. You know, when you come to serve, it's not about you. It's not about photo ops. It's not about any of that. It's about how you can support others. And so in doing that, you know, we just want to make sure that we look at this campaign and look at what we've been able to do. If you take it back to when this thing started, and this was last week, and the whole idea of giving back, but based upon giving thanks, you know, making a difference and making an impact. What are you doing for someone else? What are you doing in response to what God has done for you? I'm a firm believer that we can be blessed so much. We can be blessed so much and so much more by being a blessing to others. So it says in Acts that the Lord said it's more blessed to give than receive. I see you, Robert, and God bless you, man. You know, hope to get on that golf course now that we're getting through this time. Let me know when you're ready, brother. Let me know when you're back out here. All right, God bless. And so it is a good thing. You know, it's a good thing to give back. It's a good thing to be in a position to give back. It's a good thing for you not to have to say, where's my next meal coming from? How are we going to keep the lights on? I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul, and Paul ain't got enough to cover for me and Peter. And so what is it, you know, that you're in need of? And then what are you in position to do? What's your capacity? You know what I mean? And it really comes down to, you know, God's taking care of us in a way that we may overlook or neglect to a degree. But God be with you. You know what I mean? God be with you, and stay strong. Stay strong in this, and know that what we're doing right now, this last day or two, will echo and go forth. And so before I get done in December, we're going to let our light shine. You know what I mean? And in December, we're going to let our light shine. The text in Matthew 5:16 says that we should let our light shine before men, right? And that we should do so. And in doing so, that will allow us to reach some folks, right? It'll allow us to reach some folks. And in reaching some people, it will also get us to get them asking the question, well, you know, where's this coming from? Why are you doing this? And it gives them an opportunity to glorify the Father. And so in doing that, understand that this challenge is going to come out, and we'll be rolling that out on Monday, and we'll do it as a 30-day challenge, not necessarily the whole month of December, but we'll do it as a 30-day challenge going into part of January. And when we get into January once again kicks off one of the devotionals that I've been trying to do consistently for the last couple of years, and it's the Jeremiah journey. And so I'll be doing that on my blog, which is, you know, Rev Bruce on WordPress, right? I'll post it again, but definitely join in for the Jeremiah journey. The Jeremiah journey will be coming up, and that will be 52 weeks, right? 52 weeks, a complete year, and it'll be Jeremiah, and we'll cover that for 52 weeks on the blog. We'll cover that live at lunch, 52 weeks. So get ready, because the Jeremiah journey is coming, and that's going to be something that will be a combination of Bible study and devotional. And I select Jeremiah a week by week Bible study of Jeremiah because Jeremiah has 52 chapters, right? And so that matches up with the calendar year of 52 weeks in a year. And so Jeremiah, the weeping prophet, the prophet who said, man, I can't do this. I can't preach this anymore. You know, I got to leave this alone. And I got to go. I can't handle your word no more. And then as soon as he turned around, he said, but it was like fire shut up in my bones, you know, and I couldn't help myself but to preach it. You know, it's that journey of the individual who thought he was not worthy enough, but God said, before you were born, I marked you out for this journey. And so Jeremiah is the prophet that we will be studying in 2021, where we will go week by week. And I need your prayers. I need your support. I need your feedback. I need you, because this one is going to keep a brother busy. I have done it and tried to do it before. I believe we made it to about the 14th or 15th chapter. And, you know, life is hectic and the devil is busy, but I want to get ahead of that. I want to be beyond that. And so we're going to have some pieces that are available and right there for you. But we definitely want to get people at all different levels. All right. I see you, Gerald. God bless you. We want people at all different levels. You know what I mean? And we want to reach. Hey, man, let me be honest. We want to reach, teach, and preach. Can I say it like that? We want to reach folks. We want to teach folks, and we want to preach to folks. Right. And everybody that we reach may not get preached to, and everybody that we reach and teach may not get preached to. But listen, the more that you get into this word, the more questions and inquiry that you'll have, but at least the more intimacy you will have with God. You will have a more intimate relationship with God. It's one thing for God to be in a distance and you say, well, I know he's out there somewhere. It's another thing for God to be actively engaged in your life. And so engage in his word and invite him further into your life. All right. And so we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Even if only a couple of people take advantage of it, or if we get a whole slew of people, it's going to happen. And so look for more information. We got a video trailer I've been working on this morning for the Jeremiah journey that'll pop out next week. And Let Your Light Shine will be the series that we'll be doing over 30 days, December into January. And so you'll see that on the blog. And so definitely look here and make it happen. You know, this has been a tough year 2020. But as we wrap up and look at our whole campaign of giving thanks by giving back, you know, I want to thank God for those brothers and sisters that are involved in ministries that are doing way more than small thinking could accomplish. The ones that are doing way more than nonsense can accomplish. And since he's on here, Gerald Russell is reaching out and trying to help people improve their credit. And he's got some challenges going on to bless somebody during this holiday. And so definitely look at this and look at what a man of God can do as he turns things around with his own life and still turn around and give back and say, hey, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich and it adds no sorrow with it. Listen, there's a whole bunch of get rich quick schemes, a whole bunch of do this and do that and all these different hustles, but get yourself a holy hustle. Get yourself something that will allow you to walk on and go forward without regret. Get yourself something that would be commendable. Get yourself something that would help somebody else, something that people would need and demand, and trust that God has something for you. Listen, this is a time where, as we try to make a difference, we want to make an impact. There's a difference between an impact and an impression. An impression is something that can be short-lived. It can be something where like, oh, that person was nice. That was cool, right? And you forget their name. You forget what they did for you. You forget what happened. All of it's gone in an instant. Maybe the next day. Maybe within the next couple of hours. It'll be some guy, that you're talking about momentarily. But when someone's made an impact on you, that sticks with you, and it gets a hold of you, and you tend to hold on to what that person did for you. Even if you don't remember that person's name, you hold on to what that person did for you. And at the time that it happened, if it was at a time of great need, when you were low and you thought nobody was going to help you, they reached down and pulled you out of the pit. They reached down and helped you see that God had something else in store for you. They're like that good Samaritan when a certain man was beaten and left for dead. He came and he tended to that man's needs and took care of everything that he had, hospital bills, hotel bills, and all that was going on with him. And so trust me and believe this, there is help. There's help. There's help available. And for somebody else, have you made yourself available? And in this, making yourself available makes it an opportunity for someone to see God operate through you. If you haven't done anything with this campaign, make it now. Give back now. Touch somebody's life now. Make an impact now. Make it to where you can support someone else and where they are in their life, right? If you have been an alcoholic before, what are you doing for those that are going through and suffering from alcoholism and substance abuse? If you have been a woman out on the streets, what are you doing for young girls who are runaways and women who are out on the street? If you're someone that suffers from mental illness and you got yourself, medicated and under control, what are you doing for those who are out there who have no support system, who are losing it, and it is driving them crazy day by day? What can you do based upon what you've already been through? What can you do based upon what you've already experienced? Listen, you have enough to offer. It's just a matter of, are you in a position to where you can offer it without having yourself pulled back in? The scripture talks about that we should be able to extend ourselves without overextending ourselves to the point where we get pulled in and get caught up in the very sin that we're trying to help somebody else escape from or deal with. And so I want you to know this you have enough. You need to know whether or not you're in a position to give of that right now, or do you still need some work with you and God? Thank God for all of these ministries that have been active, all of these ministers, evangelists, bishops, pastors that have been active and supportive, those that have been using, like I said, the hashtags, giving thanks, giving back. This has been a monumentous time for me to just get it done. You know what I mean? To just get it done and to actually have it to where it can be marked down as something that happened, something that was accomplished and seen through to the end. So I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. Thank you for those that have been, listening, and look at it. Look how you're giving back. Look how you're giving thanks. Look how you're giving back. Look how you're giving thanks. And finish this out, right? Continuing to stay connected and supportive of Life Path Multimedia, and Life Path Mobile Ministries. And so with that, I want to thank you again. Have a great weekend as we finish strong. God bless. And I will see you next week with a special guest and a good old time with coffee and chat with Rev Bruce. Peace.